Jared Plain, and welcome back to another installment in the Walking Jazz Standards series. In this lesson we'll be looking at the popular jazz number How High the Moon. This is another one of those classic jazz tunes that gets called on gigs all the time, so make sure you have the changes up in the old noodle. How High the Moon is a lot of fun to walk. The changes are, for the most part, very easy to learn, which allows you to be more creative with your bass lines. Let's take a look at the form. How High the Moon has a 32-bar repeating form, consisting of two 16-bar sections. Starting off in the home key of G major, as determined by 1 sharp, F sharp in the key signature, we cycle through the keys of F major and E flat major with the help of 2/5 chord progressions in bars 3 to 4 and 7 to 8 respectively. The composer hits us with a modulation into the key of G minor in bars 10 to 11, only to come right back to G major again 2 bars later. That's jazz for you. Bars 15 to 16 feature a modified 3-6-2-5 chord progression with a B-flat 7 chord substituted for the 6 chord, which would normally be an E7. This is an example of a tritone substitution, replacing one dominant 7th chord for another, an interval of a tritone away. This substitution results in a chromatically descending chord sequence. If this sounds like sophisticated, super obnoxious jazz musician theory, it is, so don't feel bad. Just keep in mind, if it sounds good, it is good. And this sounds good. No arguments? Wonderful. Let's continue, shall we? The second set of 16 bars is basically the same as the first. The only difference is a somewhat random G minor modulation is left out this time. And you know the rest. Repeat for 10 choruses of a saxophone solo, 8 choruses for the trumpet, 6 for the piano player, and finally, bass solo! With blistered fingers, aching back, and sweaty hands, half a chorus. We don't get paid enough for this. I have prepared a 2-chorus walking bass line for this lesson. The bass line is composed using 16-bar fragments. Each of these fragments uses a different walking bass technique or tool. I would encourage you to try this out in your own playing. Walk an A section using just the chord tones of each chord. For the next A section, use modes. For, say, the B section, change it up and use some passing tones. It's a great way to start thinking more outside the box. Be sure to visit jaredplain.com to get the backing track and PDF printouts from this lesson, and until the next lesson, take care.